Hey everybody, welcome to Dinner with Dad. Tonight, again, we're trying out a brand new recipe. I've never made it before, have no idea how it's gonna go, so this will be fun. We're making Swedish meatballs. Yes. Won't that be fun, Callie?
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The interesting thing about this recipe is that you mix up all this stuff for these meatballs in the food processor, like the meat and everything. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't even know if all this is gonna fit in the food processor, but we're all soon gonna find out. Today was an exciting day, everybody, because today, for the first time in about 3.5 months, I went to the grocery store.
What?
I know, and I hate it because I was going to make a video in the grocery store so that Callie could work it in to an episode. And I totally forgot. I mean, I was going to. I went down the first aisle and I thought it was a little crowded. And I thought, okay, when I get to a little more, get somewhere where there's not so many people, I'm going to make this video. And I was going to talk about how I make my shopping list and how I haven't been in the grocery store since the early part of March because of COVID and being immune suppressed and blah, 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 blah. And then I got in my car and I'm like, ugh, forgot to make my video. So dumb. But anyway, that was exciting today. I went to Aldi for the first time. It was so fun.
Did you have a positive experience?
It was positive. It was fantastic. Okay, so this is what we do to make these meatballs. We put a bunch of stuff in the food processor. And again, I'm not sure how it's all gonna fit, but we're gonna give it a go. So we have a small onion. I just cut it up a little bit. So we're putting it in there. I do have the blade in.
Are there different blades?
This is the main blade. There are other things to put on top, like to slice and do different things, and I don't know. But this takes 4 ounces of breakfast sausage. Not a big fan of sausage, but we're going to work it in here. And then about 1.5 pounds, 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Do you know how expensive ground beef is right now? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. A 3-pound tube of ground beef right now is $20. What in the world is going on? I don't know. It's ridiculous. I can hardly take it. Anyway, then we have to put in 1/4 of a cup of parsley.
1/4 of a cup?
I mean, that's what it says. It's gonna wipe me out. I'm just gonna put that much. It probably means fresh parsley. It doesn't say, but it probably means fresh parsley, which means it would have a little more I don't know.
Volume?
It wouldn't be so compact, yes. So, I don't know. I put about 1/4 of a cup. So that'd be 1/8 of a cup, right? For all you smart people out there. We need a dash of black pepper. A dash. And a dash of salt. Dash of salt. There we go. 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg.
Nutmeg?
Nutmeg. Who would have thought?
That is...
I know. I did heaping on purpose because I'm using a little more ground beef than this recipe calls for. It calls for 1.25 pounds. I'm using roughly 1.5 pounds. So I'm just heaping. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. And I'm going to again do heaping because I'm using a little more ground beef than it calls for. 2 eggs. Let's hope I don't get any shell in here.
It would be hard to get out of there.
It would. But look.
Hey, pro tip from Rachel Ray. If you do get shell in your thing, instead of trying to fish it out with your fingers, shell attracts to shell. So
Yes.
if you put the big part of the shell, it'll kind of cling on there.
Yeah, so if you had it in a bowl or a different place and you had shell in there and you take this part of the shell and you do like this, the other part of the shell will be attracted to it. It's like magnets. It really does work. I've tried it.
Pro tip.
Pro tip. And then, so we have all these things in here, and then we're going to put in, for the breading, 2 low-carb tortillas.
What?
I know!
Just mixed in there?
I love these. I mean, I could just eat these all day. Look, they kind of part. Oh, so good. So there are, I've said before, low carb tortillas that have less carbs than these. These are the Kroger brand. They have 6 net carbs. Other brands that are much more expensive, you can get less, but
these are just fun.
sometimes you just have to go with what is the cheapest. I'm cutting these up a little bit.
Cutting?
I mean tearing, whatever. They're so good. I mean, they are so good. I can't tell you how good they are. Okay, now I'm a little worried about how this is going to work, but let's see. It says just to pulse all of this until it's mixed up and that the onions are chopped up. So I'm going to pulse. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like the stuff on the bottom is getting kind of chopped up. And I'm going to do my, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to use a food processor, but I'm going to do this. If you like shake it, earthquake. I know I'm pulsing, but I can't get the stuff on the top to get to the bottom. And mine has suction cups on the bottom, so it makes it a little hard to walk back and forth. I'm afraid this is gonna be mush.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks disgusting.
I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. I'm just gonna take it.
It looks.
Well, it's raw meat, Callie. I mean,
Well,
what do you
I know. It's just. Did you say I'm making you upset?
I said, what do you expect?
Oh, I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't think that would make you upset.
I guess you just have to be patient with these food processors.
Isn't there a stick you can buy to put in that hole and like push it down?
No.
Like that goes like here. You can just like. Yeah.
That's if you want to shove stuff in without hurting your hands. Without getting
hurting your hands.
We don't, we don't get it chopped off.
I know.
Sorry, this is really boring, but it's working. I don't know, I'm relatively new to the food processor world here, but if you have any tips, just share them. Normally I won't have any trouble, but I've got big pieces of onion and tortilla here that I have to get chopped up. Go down in there! Okay, I think it's enough.
Take a look.
Look at that. Okay.
It smells. I don't know.
Well, how in the world am I supposed to get the blade out of this? Okay, so Callie's suggestion, I can't believe we're all like still watching all of this. Surely we're gonna cut some of this out. Wow, okay. So, I have a parchment paper lined sheet.
Is that gonna be enough?
I don't know. We're going to see. It's supposed to make 28 balls. So we're gonna see.
I feel like I'm the winner though for this idea.
I'm just gonna give up. I just smashed my finger in there.
Why did you do that? Okay, well this is.
So what we're gonna do with these meatballs is we are going to bake them in the oven. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all of this on here, so I may have to do 2 trays. So we may just do like a little time lapse here.
Yes.
But instead of frying them or on the stove, we're gonna do it in the oven. So you want to put them on this parchment paper.
What
Close.
do you have to put it on parchment paper? Could you just put it on a greased pan?
The recipe really suggests using parchment paper. So I'm following the recipe because I'm a rules follower. Now.
Until you're not.
Until I'm not. Until I make this next time, if I do, and I want to change it. But then we're going to put it in the oven. I have the oven preheated for 350 degrees, normal. And we're going to bake these for 30 minutes.
All right, well, let's do a time lapse.
Here we go. Alright everybody, we got our meatballs all scooped out. This made 36 meatballs. That's a lot, so we're going to have a lot of leftovers. So I'm going to put this in the oven now. Put our balls in the oven.
Ha ha.
Ha 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 ha. We'll be back in 30 minutes when we're going to put them in the skillet, which my skillet's not going to be big enough, so I may have to do it half at a time. And then we're going to make a sauce. It's going to be yummy. It's been 30 minutes. Just trying to get these balls out of the oven. Ooh, look at this. They look pretty good, don't you think?
They do. Don't you need this?
So, I didn't put in both.
Okay.
So I made a decision while they were cooking that I don't think these would all fit in my skillet. Don't you think?
I don't think they will.
I don't think so. I'm gonna cook them in my Dutch oven. Okay?
It is also cast iron, though.
It's also cast iron, yes. So it's heating here. Now, okay, the parchment paper is not hot. So what the recipe recommends is looking at the parchment paper like this.
Oh my.
I know, this is a disaster.
Should I?
Just why don't you help? And dumping them in here so that we get all the juices. So that there's not a whole lot of juice on this parchment
Sorry, the
paper.
camera angles are not awesome, but...
Oh, come on, Callie.
Well, trying to help.
Adapt. Okay. Now, I don't know that they're completely done, and they don't have to be yet. Ooh, I just lost the juices. Well, we can lift that pot up here. Okay. See, I don't know how I did this by myself. Oh, hurry.
It's ripping.
We don't want to lose any balls. Okay. Okay, this is crazy.
Gotta
All
get
right.
these juices.
Yeah, I need to get these juices out. So this pot is a little hot, a little warm. We've got all these juices in here. So, I'll dispose of these later. We're going to start making our sauce now. So these are going to cook some more in here and with our sauce. They look pretty good though.
They look good. Do they look like Swedish meatballs?
I mean, I think so. They're a little flat on the bottom since we used the cookie thing, but that's okay.
I think that's okay.
So to build our sauce, we need a cup of beef broth. We need a half a cup of, surprise, heavy whipping cream. Then we need a 4-ounce
Whoa.
4-ounce can of mushrooms. And we pour all of it, including the juices in.
Wow, I've never really seen this before.
Oops. Sorry, I'm not giving you a very good angle.
You can get canned mushrooms.
Look, it's kind of peeing. See that?
Wow.
Bad visual. Yeah, canned mushrooms. Ah! It's stuck on my fingers. Okay. I need a towel.
It's a little chaotic
I got
here.
mushroom pee all over me. a dash of pepper, another dash of pepper. And this says a half a cup of chopped parsley. Again, I just have the dry stuff, so I'm not, a half a cup, it must be fresh. So,
Half a cup. I mean,
so I'm just gonna put a bunch, but I'm not measuring a half a cup of this. How about that? Okay? So then we're just gonna stir this up.
but gently, right? Because you don't
Gently.
want
I don't wanna mess up our balls.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna let this kind of cook and simmer for a while. We want the meatballs to continue cooking. I'm kind of interested to see if the meatballs are done. I haven't cut them open and I don't want to, so I'm gonna try my handy dandy.
What does the temperature have to be?
For ground beef, it has to be 155. So yeah, they're not quite done.
What it's
148. This
Well,
meatball is 148. So
they'll
will
probably be done by the time you finish cooking your sauce.
Of course, yes. So good. They're not supposed to be done. So I'm glad about that. So I'm gonna put the lid. Where is it? I'm like trying to grab the bottom of my cast iron skillet. I'm gonna put the lid on this. I'm gonna let them cook for a little while. I don't know how long. We'll just see how it goes.
We'll let you know when we come back. Bye.
All right, everybody. So this has been these balls have been cooking for a while. So I don't know. You know, this is the first time I made this recipe, and it was not thickening at all. So I added, and it said in the recipe you could add some like thickenings, your choice of thickener, like something. So I added a little bit of coconut flour, and then I thought I could taste the coconut flour, and then I added a little more heavy whipping cream. So I don't know. We're gonna plate this up, and we're gonna try it, but I'm just not sure. I don't know about this one, but we're gonna eat it with some salad and some leftover green beans. But you know, if you make this, let me know how it goes. If you're not eating low carb, it would be really good over some egg noodles.
By the way,
Yummy.
thanks to everyone who's been making our meals. Speaking of,
Yes.
here are some pictures right now.
Oh, right now.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much for doing that. If you make one of our meals, make sure to send us a picture. We'd love to include it in our next video. And also, if you have recipes that you'd like to share, that you'd like us to make, please send them either in the comments or private message, whatever, and we would love to try them.
Yes, I'm always looking for recipes, so I would especially love recipes. So we're gonna plate this up, and we're gonna try it as a family, and then we're gonna give you a verdict. And I'm just warning you now, I don't know how this is gonna go. All right, everybody, so we have tested these, taste tested these Swedish meatballs. And let me just say, we're all about transparency and honesty and openness here. So, what do you all think?
I think the meatballs themselves are pretty good. The sauce is a little strange. The texture is strange. I'm not sure what that is.
It's kind of grainy, sort of.
I agree. I like the meatballs. The sauce was a little questionable. It was good though. I liked it.
Yeah, I like the meatballs. I mean, it's a lot of meat, you know. But if you like meat, it's good. But the sauce is kind of like it's just kind of grainy. There's something. Maybe we just missed something in there. I don't know.
Well,
but I don't need the sauce, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think, you know, the recipe said if it wasn't thickening it up, to add a thickener. So some type of flour, or there's like this product called xanthan gum or something like that, but they recommend, I don't know, I didn't have that. So I used a little bit of coconut flour. I mean, just a little bit, but it made it really grainy. So here's what I'm saying. If you're gonna make this recipe, and I don't know that I wholeheartedly endorse it, but the meatballs are pretty good though.
The meatballs are good.
They're pretty flavorful.
Yeah.
But don't try to thicken the sauce. Just
Let it be.
let it be.
Just let it be.
Otherwise, I think it's okay. But we're just gonna call it like it is. Anyway, we're gonna enjoy our Swedish meatballs, and thank you so much for watching.
Ciao.
Bye.